particular tool going to benefit me, right? So I know that you've had a lot of success stories with Merkaba, ranging from a wide variety of things, from depression and relationships to ulcers and liver issues and immunity issues, uh, financial abundance being increased. We've even heard about cancer cases from you. So please, could you share a little bit about that with our audience here? You know, the power of what this simple modality called Merkaba does.
No, see, I would tell you this thing, there was a case of a 24-year-old girl. She had stomach ulcer, and then this, her periods, for 5 days of her periods, she was completely, in bed, like she couldn't move or anything, she was immobile, and then when we did a healing, she was completely cured of the stomach ulcer, and her periods, it came to 3 days, and that was, she was active during those days, completely active user, and she was in great depression. Naturally, if you see, great depression, she has chest congestion, and she had no confidence, low confidence, many things, which she had, and thus her stomach ulcer was healed completely. And even her gynecologist told her, you have to actually, it is because of depression, and so you need to do some yoga and meditation or something to get out of it. Otherwise, you cannot get out of this. Somehow, with Merkaba, we had been able to heal her, and she is perfectly fine now. Her stomach ulcer healed completely. And even the doctors said, it normally takes 2 to 6 years to heal such a case, because we have many doctors who have also learned Merkaba, and they are using it along with their doctorate. So this is another. And then again, there was another case, a 15-year-old girl who was actually, she had gallbladder problem, kidney problem, and then this thing, her immunity was very low, and skin disorders she had. Every now she used to fall sick. Every now and then she used to fall sick, and it was such a this thing. She was even could not. She used to go to the salon every week for a shampoo. She could not do even her shampoo. Her mother used, a 15-year-old. Her mother used to feed her. So it was such a this thing. Some or the other, she was always sick, always sick. So this girl, her mother and father, both are doctors, and even family, many are doctors. They have their own hospital, and still they ran from 5 years. This girl was suffering, but she could not get any relief. And after doing the Merkaba healing for her, she got a great relief. She was healed, and her mother said, really, now I feel, my daughter, if you see a photograph also, I don't have it, you will see the difference in her before the healing and after the healing. It was a great relief to the parents. The parents were very obliged. Now at least her daughter is happy, and she eats on her own, she shampoos her own hair, and that is the thing. Even there are financial cases, Neelu. There was a teacher who was not having any income, So as soon as we started a healing, she got immediately within a week, she got 2 cases of healing. Healing. And then again, the next week, again, she got 2 cases. Like this, from the time we started the healing, the cases started pouring in. And not only that, she was actually, she had she found a house which she was longing for a long time.
Right.
Then even her husband's business flourished. That was the thing. She had this thing, recovered loans. Yeah, her loans were cleared, and many other benefits she got out of that. And not only that, she was happy. She's my eyes are glowing, my face I am very peaceful now. And not only that, even natural, when there are financial issues, atmosphere at home also is very different. So
Right.
there were relationship issues were also solved, and the health improved, and all these changes she saw in herself. And of course, there are, and then relationship issues were solved. Cancer, if I tell you, uh, cancer of the second stage, she was healed so fast. Chemotherapy went from 6 chemos she had to take, but finally she took only 4 chemos and she was completely healed. The cancer had gone from her genes. And there was even now another cancer case is there where actually, she had taken, she came to us later, she had taken surgery for her uh, hip bone, because the cancer, cancer cells were there and the cancer cells were removed from the hip bone. And then, but they wanted to find out, from where the cancer has originated. So they did the biopsy of the breast, and they found out that the cancer has emanated from the breast. So they did that biopsy, and then, but finally, what as she was going, they were giving the healing. Best part is it is not there in her genes. It is this thing, chemotherapy is not required for her. Radiation is not required for her. She is only required to take hormonal therapy. So that is
That is amazing. Oh my.
that is this thing,
Right.
Then, yeah, if I tell you one drug addict, she had the drug addiction of smoking, wigs, alcohol, and she's a 19-year-old girl, her mother was so worried, she was going to send her to the rehabilitation center. I said, why do you send her there? Let us do her healing. So we took up her case, and you won't believe, this girl, she natural, she was, like she lost her self-confidence. She was completely depressed. She was feeling very fearful. And all, you can understand the emotional condition that person was facing. And with all that, when we did the healing, she was completely cured. And what her mother said is, actually, the healing has made her realize that she should leave the addiction. That was a great part of it.
Right.
Because, leaving by way of healing, she may land up again. Yeah.
Right.
So if it is actually, if she has come to that realization state that, yes, I should leave it and this thing. So naturally, her, after this, she has completely left. Her relationships with everybody has improved. She actually called up her friends and said, sorry, I'm not coming for night parties. I'm not coming for this. There was such a change in her, Some mother was happy. There is a real change in my daughter, which for so many years, I could not see. And that is this thing. And of course, there are many cases, we have healed ADHD. 60% mentally, the boy was ill, sick. I mean, of ADHD. 60% mentally he was healed. Parkinson's, we have healed. We have healed Parkinson's. And then thyroid cases we have taken. Thyroid. And osteoporosis. Let me tell you about osteoporosis.
Okay.
Osteoporosis, we have taken up a case and osteoporosis was completely healed, which is not possible. And let me tell you, my mother was suffering from osteoporosis. But that time I had not learned Merkaba. And we had been to, what happened?
I'm sorry.
Yeah. We had been to several this thing doctors, and they said, no, you only have to take care. Once she has one fall, she will be in bedridden always, forever. So the only thing is you need to take care, and nothing is because your bones become brittle, so you cannot do anything for that. Now what happened, this we healed one this thing osteoporosis case, and she was healed completely. So what I'm telling you is I could not heal my mother because that time I did not have this Merkaba with me. And now I can heal. I was just thinking, what if I had got at that time, I could have healed my mother at least. Yeah.
Right. Absolutely. What I found very interesting here, Kavita ji, is that the situation might have been one, like for example, the girl with the stomach ulcer, right? But it had so many other radiating after effects of something or the other. Her period pain was really bad. She'd gone into depression. She had other issues. So solving one took care of all the other aspects around it also with Merkaba. So am I correct in understanding that Merkaba healing is not just superficial? There's some absolutely deep root that you go to.
Right? It goes to the core and heals.
Right.
It actually goes to the core and heals. That is why Merkaba healing is powerful and gives excellent results.
Right.
And even if I tell you one case, Nilu, there was a 87-year-old lady. Her, degeneration of the eyes, according to age, so that cannot be brought back. Now, this lady, we gave her healing, and the fuzziness, what you say?
The blurred vision.
Blurred, yes. Blurred vision, that became better. And, even she was having blind spots, like in a few seconds or so, she used to become blind for a few seconds.
Okay.
Yeah. And then, she was completely cured.
Amazing.
That was the best, And the same thing, my mother had, as I told you, and but I could not heal her at that time because and now, see, I was saying, if my mother was there at this time, I could have healed her. These both the cases, osteoporosis and this 87-year-old lady, and always because my mother also was at that age. So I said, I just remember that if I was learned at that time, I could have healed her. So see, even if you like, if we have that healing power, we can heal anybody. You never know. It's not necessary we need to do professionally, but we never know what time needs, what our family needs. We can help out our families in need. That is also very important. Now I always say, my goodness, if I had helped her.
Right, I understand completely, and that's such a valid point, right? You've got to learn for yourself first, as was also mentioned in the first call by Nidhu as well, that you've got to learn for yourself first. Learn for yourself, learn for your family, at least start there. And you know what? Things will fall into place.